Hello friends, and welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. Today I thought that we would do what we usually do and just hang out for a bit, but specifically I have had boxes sitting in my living room floor for the last week or so because it's Christmas presents for both my husband and for my girls, and I have zero storage in my house, so I've had nowhere to hide them. And I've just not really been in a place where I was ready to wrap them yet. So they've just been hidden in plain sight. None of them have really had a clue that they are actually their Christmas presents. But I thought that we would take advantage of this opportunity while I am unboxing them and figuring out what I have here, kind of getting all of my ducks in a row to talk through what I've got in my family for Christmas. So we actually have my extended family coming to our house this weekend for Christmas, and I cannot wait for that. We are only buying for the kids. We in the past have done like white elephant gift exchanges and things like that, but this year we were like, let's just not. Let's just have fun hanging out together, eating. Maybe we'll do some games or crafts, but just get presents for the little ones and it'll be plenty enough. Nobody spend any extra money on things that we may or may not use ever. So I am very grateful for that. Basically, all that our gifts look like this year are for my immediate household. So like my two girls who are 3 and 5, my husband, and then we are getting presents, like I said, for the kids. So for all of my cousins' kids, and then for my nieces, a little one on the way. I can't say the gender just yet. I don't think, we just found out yesterday, but it's not ours, by the way. That might have been confusing. My brother and sister-in-law are having a little one. So that one as well. My nephew, my brother's little boy, and yeah. So basically just a whole bunch of kids. I'll do like some teacher presents. I guess I need to get some this week too. I don't know. There's always things that like I don't think about that I think about at the last second, and I'm like, oh yeah, that too. So it's just, we've had a lot going on, okay? If you've been around, then you know life has been hectic since just before Thanksgiving, like more hectic than we anticipated. So my brain is kind of all over the place, and I'm just taking things one week at a time. In the past, I have done a lot of like homemade gifts, or like both for inside my family and for outside, for teacher gifts, for family gifts, for all of it. But over the years, over the last like 3 or 4 years, I've just felt myself inching more and more towards convenience, which I don't love. But at the end of the day, especially with my girls being so young and hand making their gifts, they appreciate the $2 dollar store gifts far more than they appreciate the ones that I spend 2 months making. So I know that one day that might change, and the things that I've made for them by hand, they will have to look back on and hopefully to pass down to their children one day. Like maybe that appreciation will grow. But for now, I am just leaning into what is easier, what is more convenient, what takes less of my time, and things that they enjoy more. So let's just see what we have here. Okay, so some of the things I'm going to show you are going to be just pictures on the screen because they either haven't come in yet, or I have them stashed away in my very few hiding spots, the back of my car, under a towel, or I have yet to find them, but am going to make sure that I do. So for my husband, he's sleeping, so I have to do this quietly. I know that he's likely to not wake up. He sleeps like a rock, but it still makes me nervous. He wanted a shower bag, like a bathroom bag to hold his bathroom stuff in. The one that he's had for several years, and it is just on its last leg. It has, on the inside of the flap, it has toothbrush holders, which love that. Got a nice little pleather detail. I kind of want to personalize this because his other one had his like monogram on it. It was manly looking and it was embroidered and it looked really good. My thought, it has the logo label on this side, but maybe on this side I could get our kindergartner to write dad or daddy on here, and then I can embroider by hand over the top. It's just like a canvas material, so it's not super thick, and I think that would just be something sweet and not too difficult or time consuming. I don't know if I already said this in this video just now, but he's sleeping because he works night shift, so either I could get it done in the morning while he's asleep like this, or I could do it at night on one of the nights when he's working and the girls are already in bed. Additionally, for him, because he's on night shift, these are all very specific to this newer lifestyle that we have transitioned into recently. I got him some headphones, like wireless Bluetooth headphones, to pair with our TV. We did recently have to get a new TV because our old one just stopped working. So we kind of said like that was his Christmas present. So these other things are just little extras, I guess. But I got him some headphones to go with that because he always either listens to, like, watches the TV on mute if he's watching like football highlights or something while he's awake at night and everybody else is asleep, or he listens to it very, very softly. So I thought if he had his own headphones that he could control the volume of, maybe he would appreciate that more and still not wake any of the kids up, which is the most important thing, you know. But also I got him it's like a USB stick that comes loaded with, I think it's like 20,000 or 40,000 video games, and then 2 controllers off Amazon. It had really good reviews. It's all like, all the reviews were saying that it reminded them of the video games that they used to play like back in the 90s and early 2000s. It was like a throwback, and it was just very true to what they remembered having when they were younger. He's not a huge video game guy, but I thought that would be something fun to help him stay awake at night on the nights when he's not working and everybody else is asleep and he's trying to be quiet. It's hard for him, obviously, to not lay down and crash himself sometimes. So I thought maybe he would enjoy that. And then it's also things that, like, it's like race car driving and things that, you know, maybe we could play with him sometimes or make it a little bit of a family thing. I'm really, really excited for him to get these because neither of those are things that he had asked for. It's just things that I thought he might enjoy, and hopefully he will. He's not like an overly emotional person, so I don't expect him to be like ecstatic about it, but hopefully he'll get some good use out of them and they will help him to, you know, just like improve his quality of life, because let's be honest, night shift is not the best situation for anyone, but especially the person having to live it. My husband also had this drag rope on his Christmas list for deer hunting, so there's that. Maybe I'll put it in his stocking because that's like it's like $7. That's, I mean, he'll enjoy it, but I don't, you know, and it's not about me, but it's just hard to give gifts. Like, he's a very practical gift guy, and I'm a very fun and exciting gift girl, but I see the value in both. All right, and then for my girls, these are the ones that got the most, obviously. We've always really tried to set a precedent in our home that we don't do SANTA, and we don't judge or think differently of anybody that does. We simply don't, because of multiple reasons, but one of the big things is that we are a single income household, and I have always been passionate about wanting our girls to know Daddy works hard for the gifts that they get, and we are very grateful for Daddy's job. But every single expense is taken very seriously in our household. We don't take anything lightly when it comes to spending money or how we manage our money. We are stewards of the finances that God has blessed us with, and like no free lunches, right? If you're familiar with any kind of business school models and teachings, then you know that even a free lunch is paid for by somebody. So all of that to say, again, no judgment if you do things differently than we do. That's just how we do it. And so we really, really, really try to be mindful and not go absolutely crazy and over the top. But especially as the girls are getting older and having 2 of them, it does get expensive. So let's just see what we got. Well, I guess I'll start with the big things. So my girls are very much into Barbies and into baby dolls, and so I wanted to get them like American Girl style dolls. But let me tell y'all, those things are ridiculous. I mean, if you are a girl mom, then you know the cost of American Girl dolls and all that comes with them. So at Walmart, they have the My Life As dolls, which are like a knockoff to American Girl dolls. And I got one for each of the girls. I think they were like $29.99 a piece. And I got the ones that match their hair color. So my 3-year-old is a redhead and my 5-year-old is a brunette, very light brunette. So I got them their dolls. And then we had actually walked the aisle one day and my 5-year-old requested these and then said that she really liked the little ballerina outfit. So I got each of them the ballerina outfit to go with their dolls as well. And then I got it's kind of like a dollhouse setup, but it's the bakery for the My Life As set that also came from Walmart, and I think that was like $85. That was the big thing, you know, but that's something that they will share. They got one of those that they will share, and then they each got the doll, they each got the ballerina costume. And then my 3-year-old, Annie, when we went to Disney over the summer for both of their birthday, that was like, instead of having a party or parties, they wanted to go to Disney. So we saved up for a while, went to Disney, and while we were there, they did such a good job not spending all of their money. So when we were finishing with the Frozen ride in Epcot, we walked through the Frozen gift shop, obviously, and they were so precious, admiring everything but not asking for any of it. As a mama, my heart just was flying, and I was like, we have to just let them pick something. They've done so good this whole trip. We've been very adamant that they need to save their money, and you know, but we also wanted them to have a little bit of fun and do something a little bit special. So I don't know, I'm getting so emotional these days. Anyways, Rosie knew exactly what she wanted. She walked over to the shelf and she picked this, I think it's like a 15-inch Elsa doll. I don't know. She walked straight over, pulled it off the shelf, and was like, done, I'm good. Annie went back and forth, my 3-year-old, and ended up getting this little thing with Anna and like a bed and carrot, like rocking horse and some things. It was like a small little suitcase that had all these things in it, but they came out to about the same price. We were like, okay, cool. But we tried to tell Annie, like, are you sure that you don't want the Elsa doll or the Anna doll? And she didn't, of course, until we got home. And it wasn't immediate, but since then, it's been a whole thing of one having the Elsa doll and the other one not, and the other one wanting it, and even though she had the chance to choose it. So we said, for Christmas, maybe you can get an Elsa doll. And here it is. And now this is where I struggle, because we do leave the presents out and unwrapped under the tree. I'll wrap a few of these, but most of them will be out and under the tree. They simply know that they came from us. So with that, I want it to be as fair as possible, because in their little brains, when they come out that morning and they're like, oh, sister got a doll that I didn't get, even though I already have that doll, it doesn't process logically, right? So we try to talk through these things, but at the same time, I do want it to seem fair and like nobody's got more than the other. So I found a different item, but similar in pricing. I found on eBay a Polo Ralph Lauren blue, I think they call them like barn jackets or like quilted barn jackets. It's like a winter coat, but it's kind of like peplum style. It's girly, it's sweet, and I'm having Rosie, my kindergartner's school patch put on it. She goes to a private school, and they have dress code standards, so they have to wear certain colors, and that includes their outerwear, their jackets and things. So she does not have a winter coat other than like super big marshmallow puffy jacket, like not something that she would want to keep on inside all day. So I found her this jacket or this coat. I'm getting the patch put on it right now, and it should be done in the next few days. So that will kind of be laid out in place of her doll, but also that's not a toy. I know in my brain all of this is like, what's the point? Like, the magic is Jesus, right? But at the same time, just want it to be a fun experience for them. And maybe I'll regret this or look back one day and think I should not have done all that, but right now I don't feel that way. So they also both got an Anna doll. because I just felt like one couldn't get a doll while the other one got a boring jacket, even though it's a very needed thing. And then if I got one an Elsa doll and the other one who already has an Elsa doll and Anna doll, then we'd have the same situation we're already in where the other one wants the Anna doll too. Guys, they don't prepare you for these things when you're deciding to become a parent. But I'm just here to keep it real with you. So that's what's happening there. These will also be laid out with their presents under the tree. But is that not the sweetest little sweater set? It's Barbie, and we love Barbie. The skirt is sweater as well. It's like not too thick, but thick enough. And I just saw these quite a while ago and thought, we need those. With those, I also got each of the girls these like varsity style socks. And I thought that they would go really sweet with it. They've got some that have like embroidered details on them and some that are just plain colors. But anyways, I also got them each these little jewelry boxes. They're different in color because since our family began, pretty much, Rosie has been pink, Annie has been purple, and they've always been good with that. They've been fully on board. So, aren't those precious? I honestly thought they would be a little bit bigger than what they are for what I paid. I think I paid like $22 or $25 for these. But they are really good quality, it seems like, and really sweet. We are very much into a ballerina phase. We love fashion jewelry, and my grandmother has gotten each of the girls their own like vanity table for their bedrooms. They picked out the colors when we made their Christmas list. So Rosie picked out like hot pink and Annie picked out white, and they have like the Hollywood style lights that go around them. So I thought that these little jewelry boxes would go really nicely on their vanity tables, and I'm excited. Let's see the pink one. Very happy about those. I think the jewelry boxes I will wrap. Everything else so far will be out under the tree. I have a little like organizer for each of them coming from Temu today, and they're to sit on top of their vanities and hold hairbrushes. And one of their stocking stuffers, I got them a little handheld vanity mirror from Dollar Tree. Let me get the stocking stuffers and I'll show you those really quickly. But those little holders will just hold all of their little girly things on their vanity tops. For their stockings, I got them each a little Tony character. Went with Moana and Maribel. Those are two of our favorites. But if you have a Tony box, you know that these do not, I mean, they're stocking stuffers, but they're not cheap stocking stuffers. These are like 20 bucks a piece. So that's that. So I found them these teeny tiny artificial nails, which I think they will love. They're unicorn and rainbows, and I think they're actually small enough to be used on their little fingers. Also found them some little keychain hand sanitizers. Barbie, Spider-Man, because yes, I have two girls, but they are very different. From Dollar Tree, here's the handheld mirrors that I was talking about. They're kind of this like Victorian style, and I just think they're really sweet. Very cheaply made, obviously. They were $1.25 or $1.75, I guess, is what Dollar Tree has gone up to now. But the image is not distorted at all, which I appreciate. Found these little handheld pinball games. I thought they would be really great as stocking stuffers, but then to use in the car. These are so fun. I don't even know if you can see that. Let me take it out of the bag. Okay. These little keychains have been the thing that my Annie remembers most, because we got some for the kids that we gave Operation Christmas Child shoe boxes to. You press this and it makes the little rings fly, and you try to get them into the little basket over here. These are keychains as well. They'll just go down in their stockings. I'm trying to think if that's all of what I got in them. Where's my phone? Okay, so I also, the only other thing that I ordered them was a pair of headphones, like wired, just basic headphones for the car, because we have DVD players on the back of the headrest in our car, and we go through headphones, you know. I just got them like some little $10 or $12 ones, and one is pink. And what color is the other one, everybody? Purple. I told Nicholas yesterday, it has been such a stressful last few weeks that I'm like, I really just want to like wrap our presents and then go ahead and open them all. Because we just need some happy, you know. And it's not like presents give us any kind of long-term joy. Only the Lord can do that, but they're still fun and they're still exciting. And especially like in our family at Christmas, we have all of this build-up leading to Christmas, and then by the time we get through one or two of our Christmas events, we're so tired and overstimulated and just like running on fumes that we are so over it by the time those, like, that week is done, you know. And so I just thought maybe just could spread it out some, but then again, I don't know. It is fun to have the whole Christmas morning experience. Nicholas is working Christmas Eve night and Christmas night, so our plan is to do mine, his, and the girls' presents, and we read the birth of Jesus story out of the Bible, and do our Advent calendar and our, like, light our candles for the Advent wreath and eat breakfast. That's usually what we do on Christmas morning, and we're planning to this year, but he will obviously be getting home at 6:15 that morning from work, so we will be doing it like very early in order for him to go to bed. Hopefully by 8, maybe 9. He tries to get in bed by 9, and that way he can sleep until about 3 or 3:30 when my mom and grandmother are coming over and we're going to do the presents with them. So I don't know. Oh, I love the feeling of a traditional Christmas morning and the traditions that we have with that, but it's also going to be a very full day, especially for my husband. So I'm just trying to figure out what will be best for everyone, how we can slow it down, and ultimately I know that the Bible doesn't say December 25th was the day Jesus was born. So if we were to do it on a day that he's off, or a day when he doesn't have to wake up at 3 or 3:30 that afternoon, then Jesus wouldn't be upset about it. But I don't know. I'm torn between tradition and what may be best for our family. So I don't know. I just feel like everything is hard right now. Every decision is so heavy, and maybe just because I'm so tired of making decisions lately. I don't know. Guys, maybe I'll just go out to our building and get some wrapping paper. I'm just using what we have. This year is not going to match and it's not going to be cutesy, but we have so much left over from years past that we're just using what we have. But honestly, I think the only thing I'm wrapping is these jewelry boxes. We have had an incredibly broody hen lately, and she is hanging out all by her lonesome under our hydrangeas at the front of the house. So we're gonna check on her really quickly before getting out of this freezing cold weather. Hey sis, you doing good? Okay, I'll leave you to it then. Okay, so we've gotten the littles picked up from school and came back home, gotten a snack, cleaned up the kitchen a little bit. We actually ordered some new dishes. Nicholas ordered some because ours have just seen better days. We get like dishes from TJ Maxx, you know, one at a time as needed, but he actually ordered us a set. So went ahead and got those washed and put away. But I wanted to share with you a quick little unboxing and try out for the first time this coffee grinder from AMZCHEF. I've worked with them multiple times before. This is actually my 4th time working with them. Every single time I'm so pleased with their products. I'm so pleased with the process. Guys, when I tell you some companies just don't have it together. Some companies just don't have it together. But from start to finish, I'm always so pleased with AMZCHEF, and I'm so excited for this because if you'll recall, last year, I believe, maybe back in the early part of this year, I collabed with them on an espresso machine. So we do, my husband's waking up. So we do pour over for our everyday drip coffee, and then we do espresso for like fun treats, or if Nicholas just wants a small shot of something. So this, I think, in the long run, hopefully, will give us both more of the grind that we want, or more control over the grind that we want for each one, and then it'll also help us maybe to save money in the long run, because we won't be having to buy both espresso ground coffee, fine ground coffee, and regular ground coffee, which we like it to be a bit more coarse for the sake of the pour over. So let's just see how this works, see how we set it up, and maybe make a fun little drink for this evening shift, which we're about to embark upon. Oh, okay, Annie, that one's Daddy's. Mm-hmm.
But that's not what her doing. This is good.
Girlfriend.
I met her name.
You do?
I met her to all my gowns. You're painting now.
I'm going.
So I feel like this really is quite tasty, and that was extremely simple. I was afraid that I was doing something wrong, but then I just realized you have to push the button in, and so it was a super simple fix. It's not overly bulky at all. I had originally moved my teapot over to the stove, which it's electric, so it's kind of like just extra clutter, right? Because the cord has to like reach across the counter to get to an outlet. So I didn't love that. And then I realized there's totally room for all three over there, and I like it so much more. I will say I'm trying so hard to get through these Skinny Girl drink mixes. I've been using the Cinnamon Dolce one for a while, and I also have a salted caramel one, which I have not yet opened, but sugar-free is just not for me. So I added a couple spoons of sugar to this, but it's like I can still taste the stevia, you know, or whatever the sugar alternative is. Don't love that, but as far as the coffee goes, in this grinder situation, like, could not have asked for a more simple or better thought out process, because the cup itself that it pours into when it grinds comes with like a sealing lid, and it keeps it airtight, which I'm just so excited about. I don't have to come up with another canister for it. Like, there's just so many good things about this, and I am just so grateful. So if you are interested in this for yourself, or maybe as a Christmas gift, there's still time. I will put a discount code here on the screen, and then I will also have the link down in the description. So be sure to check that out, or don't. It's up to you, but you can trust me when I tell you. Again, I have worked with this company now 4 times, and I have not been disappointed, not once. So very, very excited about this. Very excited that they allow me to offer these things to you guys with some discount codes. I just am so appreciative to AMZCHEF, and I'm so appreciative to y'all. I feel like we are coming together with Christmas. I still have a handful of people that I need to buy for. I have a handful of gifts that are still yet to arrive. So it's coming together slowly. I do think I'm going to give my oldest, Rosie, a sweet surprise this Friday night, and I might try to vlog that, but just stay tuned because I don't want to take away from the magic because I'm so preoccupied with filming. Either way, I'll let you know in the next vlog what that exciting surprise is. It may be its own vlog, or it might just be something that I tell you about in next week's, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's just going to be like a Mommy Rosie day, and then Nicholas and Annie are going to do their own thing because he is off this Friday night and this weekend. So very much looking forward to what we have in store over the next several days. And then we have class parties. We have, you know, everybody has so much going on right now. On another note, if you've been keeping up, if you've been around, then you know that I've been kind of starting my photography business. And after having this hobby for about the last decade, I did fall minis and Christmas minis. And now I have my first standalone job this Thursday night, and I'm so excited about it. I am really in shock and just honored by it. It is event photography, and when it comes down to it, that's what I really love to do, is candids and, you know, capturing special moments and storytelling through photography. So it is for a beauty and wellness spa in a town nearby, and they are having their holiday event. So they've asked me to come about an hour before the event starts and do some staff pictures, and then also take candids for the first couple hours of the event. And I just cannot wait. I'm nervous and I'm trying so hard to make sure that I have all my ducks in a row, but I am so thrilled because, like I said, this is something that I really love to do. I love how it's come together with this kind of being like a bundle package of both posed staff pictures as well as candid. It's giving me a lot of ideas in moving forward. Like maybe that's something that more businesses or even like families would be interested in if they have a birthday party or something, doing a family session prior to, because they're already dressed, they already have everything decorated, and you know, why not snag a few family photos at the same time as getting candids of your event. So this is the first actual photography job that I've done which involves a contract, which is terrifying and overwhelming. And I'm trying to act like I've been here before, but clearly I've not been. So it's just a really cool thing. I've been racking my brain trying to figure out how the owner of this business got my name. Several people in my area know her, but none of them have admitted to at least telling her about me. And just as a new business, which I am, and her being so quick to trust me, it means the world. But I'm also kind of like, oh my goodness, this is real. So I'm very much excited about that. Just wanted to give that quick update because I have been taking you guys along for all of my mini sessions over the last couple of months. Like I said last week, I don't know that I want this photography thing to become like a full-time work schedule, because it does pull you away from your household a good bit. Like I'm having to coordinate quite a bit of childcare and passing off of my children for this event to be made possible, since Nicholas is working that night. But all in all, I am just so pumped about it and looking forward to hopefully what doors this might open for me moving forward. So we had our Christmas play this past weekend. Last week, if you were here, you saw I was creating the read aloud and the voiceover, the whole script for that play, and then it had the songs embedded for the kids to sing along with. It went so perfectly. I cannot explain to you, like, my work was not 100% professional, obviously, but the kids, for us to have had, like, some of the practices we had, if y'all had only known how low our expectations were, but when it came time for Sunday night and them to perform in front of their families, They killed it. Like, they did so good. I know some of the teachers went and got like every student in their classroom presents that night to have the next morning, because we were all just so proud, and they were precious. The families were really excited. I've seen so many posts on Facebook from parents of students at the school talking about how, like, the last time my kid did a Christmas play, they cried the whole time. This time they sang all the words, did all the motions. They were so involved. And I mean, part of that is just kids growing and becoming more comfortable in these kinds of things, but another part of that, I think, is just that we all have worked so hard, and it was just such a payoff. I was so pumped about it. I feel like there's so much more going on, but right now I'm probably just going to leave it at this. And I am just so grateful and so glad that you came along today. I hope that maybe you have been able to relate on some of these things. Maybe you have gotten some gift ideas. I don't know, that's not really why I was sharing what I got for my family, but I'm just excited about it and also needed to organize my own thoughts. So in the past, I've strongly emphasized like low income gifts, and last year I thrifted a ton of gifts, and this year looks different. Like I said, I'm leaning more towards convenience, but I do not feel guilty about that. We are still taking into consideration every expense. And yeah, one last thing that I need to do. My children and Nicholas have just went to Nick's parents' house because he keeps we have meat everywhere. Like, we have a chest freezer across the street. We have obviously our freezer here. Nick's parents have an extra freezer in their basement. So we, between the 30 meat birds that we processed a couple months ago and a deer that Nicholas brought home the same day that we processed chickens, we have meat kind of strewn all over in different freezers. So he took the girls to his parents' house to go and get some deer meat. And while they are gone, I was taking a moment to breathe to finish up this vlog. And also, we've been doing the Shepherd on the Search, which, if you're familiar with Elf on the Shelf, it's same thing. However, it's Bible based. So it comes with a book called Shepherd on the Search. It's really precious. We read it the first night, and it explained what this shepherd was for, where he's headed, and where he will end up on Christmas morning, which is at the manger. But every day we just hide him somewhere different, and the girls find him, and they named him David, which, you know, David the Shepherd Boy. And David the movie comes out next Friday, the 19th, I believe. Yeah, so Rosie is so excited about that, and from what I've seen, kids go free, so I'm planning on us going. Not sure exactly when, because Nicholas does work that weekend, but I think we will work it out somehow or another, because he's excited about it too. She had to name our shepherd David, which makes sense, but we've had a really fun time hiding him so far, and everything that I've seen, people don't go quite as over the top with the Shepherd on the Search as I see them do with Elf on the Shelf. And maybe it's just because it's not as widely known, but I'll have it linked in my Amazon storefront, and that link will be down below it also, because this is something that I feel like not as many people know about. There are a good bit, but it's something that we have found to like bring fun to the Christian side of Christmas. You know, a lot of the times we know that the real magic is Jesus's birth, but sometimes it feels like at Christmas time, all of the commercialized entertainment and excitement revolves around all of the other stuff that's Christmassy. And of course, that's just the world that we live in. And I'm not saying that those things are bad, because even though we don't do Santa, like I mentioned earlier, we do recognize him as a character. Like, we read books with him in it. We have reindeer books. We have Rudolph. We watch Rudolph. We watch the Elf on the Shelf movie, I kid you not, almost every single day. And my girls just know, especially our older one, that we don't do that, but we don't tell other people that either. We just keep that a secret amongst our family. We know that the real magic is Jesus, and that is what we can tell other people about. With that being said, David the Shepherd in our house this year has been so much fun to bring in to that side of things. They've really, really enjoyed it. And then David the movie is coming out next week, and that just adds to it. So yeah, I'm gonna hide that, and then they'll probably be back soon, and we're just having leftovers and soups and sandwiches for dinner. But I am so glad that you chose to spend part of your day here with me. I know that I got chatty here at the end. It's usually the case. I hope that you're having a great day wherever you are, a wonderful Christmas season, slow, peaceful magic, and I hope to see you next time. Bye guys.